Welcome everyone. Tonight I'm paying tribute to Don Draper with this old-fashioned holiday ale. I'm Josh and you're watching Half-Ass Beer Review. This old-fashioned holiday ale comes from Bell's Brewing in Comstock, Michigan. But the best way to experience it in person is to go to their eccentric cafe in Kalamazoo. It has awesome atmosphere, great selection of beers, a whole separate room just for live music. It has everything you could pretty much want out of a brewery. A great menu, sandwiches and burgers. They have a cherry bomb burger with chipotle cherry jam and pickled habaneros. Sign me up. That sounds awesome. I love burgers like that. And they also have poutine. This is becoming a common thing about some of these breweries. It's just their poutine, and it really gets me excited. Getting into the artwork on this bottle. I said I was paying tribute to Don Draper from Mad Men, and that's exactly what this artwork on the bottle is doing. Bell's really nailed it. It's like straight design from the 60s. Couldn't have done it better. Christmas bulb, an old-fashioned drink on it. Even the cap has an old-fashioned drink on it. Pretty cool stuff. There's a saying on the back. Let's read it. Call us old-fashioned, but we like to have special brews for special times of the year. We aged our Christmas ale in bourbon barrels, then added dried cherry and orange peel. This winter warmer invokes classic flavors of the season and is perfect to sip by the fireplace or put in the cellar for celebrations to come. A little bit about this beer and what it is referencing. This is a Scotch-style ale that they aged in bourbon barrels with orange zest and cherries. The old-fashioned cocktail recipe is a cube of sugar, a few shakes of bitters, some bourbon, and then an orange slice and cherry for garnish. I've never personally been a huge fan of bourbon cocktails. I can drink bourbon straight, it's very enjoyable, but I just thought this beer would be something interesting to try with the holiday season coming up. I figured why not? It was about $6 or $7 just for the single, so you're going to pay for it, but hopefully it's really good. I think it's about 11% ABV. So let's open it up, smell it, give it a try, and get a review out of it. So Scotch style ale, right? Very dark. Not much of a head. I'm not sure if it's because of the bourbon barrel age or maybe the cherry that's in it. I know there's a few things that can make the head very minimal. I'm not just exactly sure what they are. So like I said, this has a Scotch-style ale, aged in bourbon barrels with cherry and orange. What I'm expecting to get out of this smell is just a lot of bourbon. That's how a lot of these things go. Hopefully I get a little orange, maybe cherry. I just think the bourbon is going to be so overpowering that I won't get anything else out of it. Let's give it a smell and see what I get. Alright, so what I think I'm getting out of this is bourbon and cherry. I'm not sure I smell a lot of orange. I'm going to try that again and see what we got going on here. Yeah, a lot of bourbon I'd say. Maybe small hints of cherry. Not too much of the Scotch ale or the orange, but this is a drink after a cocktail, so you got to figure it's probably going to be pretty bourbon forward. Let's give it a try. Little drink, big drink, and get my review. Cheers. Very bourbon forward. Big bourbon taste. I get some of that Scotch ale in there. Don't get a lot of the cherry or the orange though. I don't know if it's going to get better as it gets warmer. It hasn't been out of the fridge that long. I'd say maybe 20 minutes. But I could drink another one of these. So like I said, it being 11%, you're not going to drink more than one in one sitting. But I could see enjoying this a few times throughout this season. So my rating out of 6, I'm going to say it's a solid 4.5. I recommend you going and picking up this beer, especially if you like cocktails like the old fashioned. Shout out to Ricky out there for making me try my first old fashioned, even though I didn't enjoy it. But this might make me go back and try an old fashioned again because this is pretty enjoyable. Just something to sip on. You don't need to take big drinks. A lot of good flavor to it. I don't know what kind of bourbon barrels they aged it in, but I think it works really well with their Scotch ale. Could use more cherry and more orange zest, obviously, but in the original drink, those are just a garnish anyway. So again, my rating, 4.5 for this Bell's Old Fashioned Holiday Ale. Highly recommend it. Go pick yourself one up. Like I said, it's $6 or $7, so you're going to pay for it, but it's pretty enjoyable. Open it up, pour it, sit next to a fire, and just really enjoy the flavors that are coming your way. Now that I've done my part, it's time for you to do your part. Go down to the bottom, like, comment, and share this video. Subscribe if you haven't already. But that does it for me tonight on Half-Ass Beer Review. I'm Josh. Have a great night.